Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Court. If you're new, come on in. We salute the divinity in you. If you just came across this platform, just know it is divine timing to be on this timeline, okay? If you're returning back, I love you. I really do. You are the reason that I come here, that I show up to this platform gladly, happily, to just have a good time with my soul tribe. You know, you really are the reason. So I've been tapping into some really interesting energy, probably for like the last, I'd say 48 hours, okay? There's a group of high-ranked practitioners, spellcasters, people that are masters of their own craft. These people were hired to take you out, and they're laying low right now, okay? High-ranked spellcasters that are laying low. Why? Because really they're beneath you now. Whatever they did, whatever was done, you absolutely overcame it successfully. Congratulations. Listen, the reason why they're laying low and playing slow, because if they say out loud that they have to give you your credit, your props, that would be admitting that they absolutely failed and flopped. Everybody knows it. They know it. Now, these are spellcasters, people that came for you that obviously you didn't call for. A lot of people who went to practitioners for years, y'all. These are long relationships, 15 years, 20 years, things like that, right? They are finally being knocked out of the box, if you will, okay? So let's just dive into the energy. Holy Spirit, I invite you into this space. Please block and drop anything that needs to be gotten rid of. Alchemize it to my benefit so that I can use that energy, whatever it is, if it's indifference, if it's low vibrational, just alchemize that, universe, please, and thank you, to my best advantage, so that I can use that energy to be a better version of myself, since the people that feel the need to project that energy are not doing anything with their lives. I will go ahead and take on that energy and make something very beautiful. So mote it be, and it is. Listen, so I'm handing out good energy to my soul tribe. That's good alchemy. That's good karma. What's going on? Show me these people. Yeah, clout chasing in the reverse. I also saw that somebody was in the Five of Pentacles. Literally, they've gone broke, okay? This is years, though, y'all. This is like years of doing spell work. A long, long time. So somebody's in the Five of Pentacles, okay? I did channel a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and a Queen of Wands. They seem to have been collaborating. Whoever their spellcasters were and whoever they are, they're silently giving you your recognition and giving you your props. These people know what they did to you. Yeah, this was some type of a humiliation ritual, okay? Yeah, unbeknownst to you. Humiliation in front of others. Again, this came up in the reverse. So you got clout chasing, trying to outshine you, trying to outdo you. Humiliation in front of others, okay? So these two women, whoever they are, one of them could be connected to an Easter Star group or something like that. Their group is really like ready to eliminate them. That was the energy that I picked up on, okay? Some of their spellcasters watch Spiritual Court. I had a dream last night and I said, why are their spellcasters watching me online? Well, it's not just me. They're tapping into the spiritual community because they can feel themselves being debunked, deranked energetically. You know, some of them lost their power doing spell work over you, right? And remember, you were not supposed to ever be the greater. You were always supposed to be the lesser, according to them, right? Now the tables have turned and the rabbit has got the gun and the rabbit is shooting people. Yeah, somebody was illegally like tapping into energy. Whoever this person is, okay? Is somebody who is college educated. That's the energy that I picked up. Two feminines that are very educated. They're a part of groups. One of them could be a part of like a sorority, okay? They mask their sorrow energy, their sorority energy, as Eastern Stars. These are witches, honey. It's a group of witches. Okay, let's just get into it. Police officer, law officials, highway patrol, sheriff. Yeah, somebody could have law enforcement in their family. Something like that. Whatever it is, somebody had clout. Somebody had connections, okay? And they were absolutely determined to take little old you out. That's the energy that I just heard. Oh, little old you? Like, psh, you're a nobody, okay? Turns out you're somebody that's a really big deal, okay? To the spirit realm, that's what I just heard. 7 of Cups. They could have sent you some type of confusion energy because you were starting to awaken, going through your ascension. Now, maybe 10, 15 years ago, there were things that were heavily impacting your life, and maybe you weren't aware of it, but you were always on a journey, always heavily protected. Absolutely, there have been people that have been casualties, innocent casualties in this war. That's what I just heard. This could have been your children, your partners, whatever this is. Somebody's been behind the scenes, honey. The Fool card is there. Somebody absolutely wants your life, okay? Wants your life, or they want it. They went above and beyond to do any and everything. Whatever they were told to do, they were doing it, okay? Somebody was getting advice from some type of spellcaster. Now, again, I do realize that these people were once high ranked, so this could be a very sensitive video. They're going to get really pissed off, okay? So don't flag the video, okay, saying that it's inappropriate. It's so funny the way they do that. It's hilarious to me. Needless to say, this video is protected by the Most High, source of all things. Show me this Queen of Pentacles and this Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. It just fell into my hands. They're in like some type of sisterhood, collaboration. Now, these two could have acted as if they weren't connected. Once they realized that you were starting to see the truth, they thought that strategically maybe they should separate, okay? So if you saw two people, maybe they were taking pictures or going on vacations or whatever, all of a sudden that came to a halt because shit started to get real after stuff started to backfire. So, but these two people are still absolutely collaborating together, okay? They have some type of bond, some type of oath that they've taken, and they are absolutely heavily watching you. Now, this could have been remote viewing, of which I don't feel like they can do anymore because people are losing their gifts. So these are people that maybe had gifts to tap in. They had like a sixth sense, psychic abilities. Now they literally have to go to readers to find out what is going on because they can't see at all. It's one thing when you go get a reading to gain additional clarification and confirmation because intuitively you're feeling like, hey, I know there's something here, but I need somebody to be unbiased and see it from an outside position, right? That's a completely different kind of reading. These people are completely blinded. They're doing divination. They're paying. This is karma. This is karma. Going broke because they've lost their gifts. So now they're paying to check on you. Whereas before, maybe they were able to remotely view you or something like that. So their goal was to appear to be separate so that you wouldn't pick up on the fact that they were in this collaboration. One of them could be an Epha. One of them is an Eastern Star. Either way, they're initiated into some type of religious group by way of their spiritual beliefs, okay? Either way, no matter what it is, they have violated spiritual law. They have violated your Akashic records. And now the time is really up. So it's a really big situation here. It's a nail-biting situation. You got the King of Cups in the reverse, okay? Water sign energy. This is an emotional manipulator. This is somebody that's really good with presenting something to make it look like something that it's not. And they've been successful. The dangerous part about being a manipulator to this capacity is that one could easily forget who they are, especially if you've been doing this for years, right? Okay. Page of Swords, they could have been studying you as well to try to figure out how you think, how you move, how you talk. Somebody needs more information about you. So they had to study you, yeah, okay. And they're watching. How did you do that? Six of Swords, how did you alchemize all of what we sent you? Because remember, somebody spent a whole bunch of money. I just heard over the course of maybe 10 years, 12 years, somebody could have spent like $70,000, 70 racks for your life, for your destiny, or just to upset your life or something like that. Clarify? Yeah, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Somebody wanted you mentally incapacitated, okay? Somebody wanted you mentally debilitated in an insane asylum, spazzing out. So somebody did tons and tons of suicide spells. The danger in that is that when the high-ranked people in these groups that they solicited or that they got to do this work, when that shit backfires, these people are losing their mind. Some of them won't tell you how they have to go away for like 90 days and go on these retreats and get their minds, you know, decluttered. Some of them are sitting up saying, it's only an illusion. It's only an illusion. Yeah, but you've been doing this for 10 years, baby. It's more than an illusion. You got stuck in a consciousness that you realized had already collapsed because you were projecting some energy onto somebody that you thought was not that big of a deal. You thought somebody was just a, you know, oh, little you. But turns out little you is a big deal. Little you is a chosen one. Show me this collaboration. Somebody's isolated. I feel like these two people are still collaborating. I feel like they're still fighting tooth and nail. They could have minimized their presence, is what I just heard, on social media. They could have minimized their presence as to make it look like, oh my God, well, what happened? I thought they were still friends, or what happened? No, they're still working together. These are some dark little witches, jealous little bitches. You know what I mean? There's some ugly little hens. Their spirits are nasty. They're bitter. One of them's hiding out. Could be trying to run from this karma. Okay. It's a fine time to do some type of soul searching when you realize you lost your soul a long time ago. Show me what I need to see. This person's in the Five of Pentacles. They could be preparing to relocate, move. Remember, this is somebody who is educated. Because when I tapped into the energy, I was getting like downloads. You know, the way my gift works, Spirit will just throw me a word and I'll see it. And I'm like, philosophy, PhD. Damn, these are people with, like, these are people who were seemingly on paper educated, but in real life spiritual idiot savants. Like idiots. You're that smart. You got a degree. You a PhD. You a MD. Like these are these kinds of people. This could have been people that, you know, you knew in the past. Maybe they went on to successful lives and you're like, oh my God, you know, she's a doctor now. Or, oh my God, look at her. They were destiny swapping. Somebody's stolen so many destinies. So many destinies. The star. Somebody's in the public eye. They're walking in somebody's energy. This person has already passed away. Whoever's soul this is that they're walking in, this person has already passed away. Somebody could have been sick. They soul swapped, okay? I just heard the church witch. So somebody dibbles and dabbles maybe with, you know, church members, or maybe they're very churchy. This is a witch. They're dark. They wanted your power. Show me this person. They wanted to walk in your shoes. Turns out you're a big deal. There's some type of communication. This person could be like a speaker of some sort. Eight of Wands. Something's coming in fast. That's swift action. Somebody could have threw a rock and hit their hand. Show me these practitioners, Holy Spirit. Show me these practitioners, please and thank you. Knight of Wands. Somebody's in a rush. Why are they in a rush? What's going on? This could be today. Somebody could be in a rush. They feel like something's backfired. Somebody's feeling very odd. You know why? Because they don't have your soul's energy. Not even a little bit of it. Remember, these are people that were doing spell work around the clock. 2 people, okay? Yeah, temperance, obsessively. I cannot make this up. So you possibly have a November Sagittarius, okay? That's obsessed with your energy, obsessed with your soul. Somebody wants to be your twin, literally, okay? This person is quite unstable. Again, remember, when somebody's been doing something for years, they really get in this weird illusion, delusion that they are you. They have to study you bit by bit, little by little, to absolutely do their best to be you. How you move, how you this. And then when you decide to change or you decide to ascend, it's almost like they feel offended. It's offensive. You know, how dare you? You know, we're being the best version of you. I got to catch up. Oh, now I got to be myself. Yeah, now you got to be yourself. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a wrap. One of these women wants to apologize to you. They could have been collaborating. I feel like although this is a partnership, I feel like one of them could have done spell work over a whole bunch of people. And one of them wants to apologize to you. She's coming up as a high priestess with the Page of Cups, but it's a fake ass apology, which means that she talked bad about you. She thought bad about you. Yeah, these are, I feel I'm getting Eastern Star, High Priestess, Page of Cups. Yeah, she wants to apologize to you, but it's fake. These are people that want to get out of judgment. And they feel like if they come in and give you some type of an apology, maybe they can soften your heart, something like that. They did big spell work, y'all. This is like sacrificing animals, chickens, goats, dogs, stuff like that. Quite literally, those are big sacrifices, because when you shed blood to a deity, an entity, that thing wants blood. It goes for blood. That's the purpose for shedding the blood, for creating whatever this, ritual is, or doing the sacrifice, right? So now these energies, these entities want blood. Now what happens there? They have to keep submitting an offering. They go broke because you're still alive, right? You're still alive. So then it's like, oh, we have to keep doing it. We're going to need $1,000 more. Listen, that's karma. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. I can't make it up. That's karma. Spirit says you're going to go broke trying to take out this chosen one, and you will still be unsuccessful. And when you're rotting in the poorhouse, you will remember everybody that you sacrificed. These spirits that they took out, the people that they unalived, they're tormenting them. Both my ears are ringing. Both of them. It's a war in the ethers. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, literally gone broke. Somebody's drained their entire bank account. This could also be the reason that you don't see somebody clout chasing no more. Clout chasing was in the reverse. This could have been somebody that was like taking trips, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going here, I'm doing this, because they wanted to create an element of jealousy. The goal was to walk away with your energy, watch you rot, and hopefully you would pass away or be debilitated and leave you in the Five of Pentacles and see you in poverty. Well, the tables have turned, which means if the tables have turned, they're now sitting at a table that they prepared for you. They're now sitting in a hell that they thought they would leave you in. This is why somebody's isolated. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody's got to keep paying for this spell work. This is years. This is how the devil and the enemy keeps you bound. That's how people get bound. You see that? Years. This is how the devil trick you up. Look, I can't make it up. That's how the devil trick you up. Bound to the devil. Bound to the devil. Bound to the devil. You know why? Because it's a gradual pull. That's how the enemy does. Oh my God, it's working. Oh my God, I look like her. Oh my God, I'm getting money. Okay, it's working. And then they go and they just pay more and more and more and more. And then the devil really digs into their shadow and gets them to do more diabolical things. Every diabolical thing, there's a contract. There's contractual agreement. Blood has to be shed, right? To gain a victory. I just got to win. I just got to win. Oh my God, I'm almost there. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then they look over and see that you're not unalived, or they know that it's successful because they've unalived a lot of people who did not know what was happening. Well, now somebody's in a suicidal energy. Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords, baby. This is all that suicidal energy they sent you, all that hopeless energy that they were projecting, all that hatred, all that chaos magic, all of that. Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. Somebody could be isolated, hiding the fact that they're severely depressed and thinking about like unaliving themselves. They don't have no money. No more. Somebody had money. Do you hear me? Somebody had money. Money. Bank. Two of Swords. They got to make a decision to keep going or not to. But remember, now they're addicted to the devil. The devil has done so much for them. They're addicted to the devil. You got the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody spent a lot. Didn't I just say somebody had a lot of money? I'm talking somebody had a decent job. Somebody's been making six figures. Now remember, this is 10 years. Somebody's like, psh, I got enough money. Girl, I'm going to go to work and do some overtime to take your life. And behind the scenes, they were absolutely enjoying it, watching you suffer. Whoever these spellcasters are, they have to give you your props. They're laying low because if they say this out loud, they'll have to admit that you are absolutely who the divine says that you are. One of these witches wants to apologize. These two hoes are still working together behind the scenes. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody went from the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace. That's a lot of money. To the 5. And the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Whoa. The Most High God don't play about you. You are the Empress. Something about your beauty. These people could have done some type of beauty magic. Siphoning of your beauty. Somebody wanted to drain you. Dry you out. That's what I just heard. Show me these spellcasters. Yeah, it's over. Something has to be let gotten go of. Let gotten go of. They got to let go of something. Okay? 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Show me these spellcasters. Yeah, it's over. They're losing too. Ace of Wands in the reverse and the King of Wands. And what is this? The King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, here's the funny part about this, y'all. King of Cups in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. These people are obsessed. King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. These two women are coming up as like brutal men. But they're women. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's losing their creativity, losing their momentum. Whoever this King of Pentacles in the reverse is, which is really a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this Eastern Star, she's losing her, well, she's losing her light. These people are depressed. They're hiding their depression. They did this for a long time. How does the collective know these people? King of Wands. Something about a King of Wands. What's the King of Wands in the upright? And the King of Swords. You got a divine masculine here protecting you. You got a divine masculine here protecting you. Yeah. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody that's no longer immature. This could be somebody that you know from your childhood, high school, something like that. Whether you know this person or not, they see you in the spirit. They're protecting you. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody is like, yeah, it's a tower. You're connected to your divine masculine. This person is helping you spiritually. Clarify these women. Clarify these women. The Hierophant. Somebody wanted your position. Somebody went to somebody really high ranked. Here lies the dilemma. When you go to somebody that's coming up as the Hierophant and the High Priestess and they know spiritual law, it's over. Somebody could have told them, I can help you, but you got to give me a whole bunch of money. And somebody doesn't have the money to give. Whoever this Hierophant is, they know the price. They know what needs to be paid by way of blood. They know by way of your lineage. They know that these two women broke spiritual law. They could have even tried to block you from your divine masculine. Yeah. And your wish fulfillment. Show me these practitioners. The Chariot. Somebody's rushing to their practitioner now. I feel like they're losing it. I feel like right now, somebody today could be rushing to their practitioner. 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. This person's in a suicidal energy. Maybe they're going to get some type of cleansing. What's going on here, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Strength. Something about you calling back your power. Clarify. Yep. And you did it on all timelines. Clarify. Somebody's being flooded mentally with all the people that they unalive. Show me these people that this person unalive. Yeah, look, all the people that they attacked. Ooh, we can't wipe your memory like clean of that, free of that. Somebody wanted to mentally be free of what they had done. They could have even tried to get you to forget what they had done so that you couldn't call judgment but it's too up close and personal for you not to remember. These people were trying to affect every aspect of your life, your health, your mental capabilities, and you still came out on top. The Nine of Swords. Clarify these people that they attacked. Yeah, look, all these people that they attacked. Page of Wands in the reverse. They separated families, children, attacked people's children, attacked their husbands, their jobs. Clarify Eastern Stars. Yeah, somebody's hiding behind some type of group. Somebody might be like, oh, that's my sorrow. You know, my sorority sister. Y'all some witches. Y'all be up under the moon dancing naked trying to harvest. You live for the moon cycles. You live for the moon cycles, but now the moon ain't mooning. We rewrote the script of the purpose by way of the moon and what the moon absolutely represents. Somebody's up to shitter without some toilet paper, without some baby wipes, okay? Just make sure you wipe from front to back. You're in the Queen of Swords energy. Divine Collective, you and your man are in the King and the Queen of Swords energy, honey. Clarify somebody's running to the Practitioner today. Because karma's here, justice. Clarify police officers. Somebody's family is connected to some type of police officer, police family, something like that. It's over. You're in alignment. Illegal investigation, looking for your address, tracking you down, finding out where you live. This is just how obsessed somebody was. If you moved a lot, if you just felt like, where's this nasty energy coming from? Every time I try to do something, it seems like somebody's trying to push me back a few steps. It was coming from these two raggedy ass bastards. Clarify, they're still friends. They're trying to act like they're not friends. Yeah, they're still friends. They did a whole bunch together. The Nine of Pentacles is their investments by way of how many people that they sacrificed. So they could have taken out like 9 people, 9 destinies. Yeah. They unalived 9 people, took their destinies. Wow. Whoever this 5 of Cups and this 9 of Swords is, this person is having bouts of psychosis. And they don't have the money, it appears, to get some type of work done. And if they're paying for spell work, all their money is going to spell work just to stay alive. The devil has them bound. See how the devil did them? Now somebody's going to work only to be broke. That's karma. And they still can't take you down because your life is not for the taking. The spellcasters know it. Show me these spellcasters. Clarify. Clear my space, Holy Spirit, of anybody trying to project any nasty energy. Do we have any sage today? I gotta get me some more of my incense, y'all. The incense were bomb. Do we have any sage? Oh, I thought I had a little sage around here. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, whoever this person is, they were obsessively watching you for years. And they're so paranoid. Here. Get y'all a little Palo Santo. Is it lit? Is it lit? Can you see it? Okay. Whoever this person was, I can see them real clearly. Somebody was watching you for years. Years, remote viewing. And now they're paranoid with the 5 of Cups and 9 of Swords. They could feel like somebody's watching them. They could feel like you see them. It's driving them crazy. Somebody liked to have like a one-way mirror, like where they could see you and you couldn't see them. Now you can see everything, and they don't like that. They don't like that. It was funny to them. Which cards? I'm going to use these cards. These cards have been telling me what I need to know lately, honey. Something about you having a victory. Okay, look, over the devil. It's a Capricorn out here that's looking crazy. This is the high priestess that might seem like they want to apologize. No, it's a fake apology. 7 of Swords. This person is sneaky. Their birthday could be in January. They're sneaky. See how the cards are just telling on their punk asses? They're getting a tower. Something about their living situation. Something that they don't see coming. They're guarded. They're a little paranoid. They could be traveling a lot, thinking that they're getting away from some type of karma. Or they're trying to clear their mind from what they've done in the hopes that they just get the news that you're unalived. And that news hasn't come through yet. Show me this person, Holy Spirit. Page of Wands. They get divination every day to try to find out if what they're doing is working. Some of them could have been trying to work through your children. Okay. Projecting through your children. Something like that to affect your life. Sending mental illness. 9 of Swords to children. These are small children. This is how low vibrational somebody is. Okay. Somebody might be reaching out to you. Show me this person. This person might be reaching out to you. Somebody's getting a reading and finding out that you have love coming in. Or that you're being celebrated. You're celebrating your life. Yeah, look. 5 of Pentacles. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. This person is going through, like, poverty. 3 of Pentacles. This was a collaboration. There's a 3rd witch here. She may have walked away. There's a 3rd witch here. There's only 2 left. Yeah, toil and labor. They did this together. Show me this person. The High Priestess. Somebody's in some type of organization. Somebody could be very well known. Big Pisces energy. Somebody's very well known. They're walking away. This could be one of their spellcasters. Somebody had to go to somebody very high vibrational, very high ranked to try to attack you. And this person violated spiritual law. So you got a High Priestess somewhere that got into her shadow for the right amount of money. Could have been 6,000, could have been 8,000. Somebody was making payments, 5,000. Somebody could have paid, I'm telling you, over time, somebody paid like $70,000 to keep you in some type of weird ass energy. The Star in the reverse. I cannot make this up. Somebody's about to fall from grace, lack of faith. Whoever their like spellcasters are, whoever this High Priestess is, they're very discouraged, quite insecure. They're irritated. There's somebody that gets it done. This is a High Priestess that went into her shadow for some bums. For the right amount of money. This is what happens when you get knocked off your pedestal. 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. Spirit says the bigger they are, the harder they will fall. Yeah, this person lost their crown. Look, 5 of Wands to send you chaos. Somebody was working around the clock. 8, 10, 9 hours a day. For the right amount of money. Look. And they were spying to see if it was working. Somebody paid a lot of money with the Star in the reverse. Somebody wanted to take your star. Whoever this High Priestess is that's walking away, is this one of their spellcasters? Yep. This person is going through it. They have no spiritual protection. Lord have mercy. Ain't no way in hell that I myself as a High Priestess would go into my shadow for some bum ass bitches, some weird ass broads, over this. Somebody lost their spiritual ranking. This is somebody who was very high up. How do you get into this energy? Because somebody had to have told a lie. But as the High Priestess, you are obligated to the Most High to tap into your discerning energy and your intuition. So this is why the strikes against this person are so great, because somebody was too knowledgeable. Esoteric knowledge. Somebody had too much esoteric knowledge to be playing around. But 10 of Pentacles, somebody put 10 bands up. Could have been more than 70,000. This is one of the witches. I feel like this is the one that's in January. She paid somebody. Okay? They gave her something, so she could have added something to whatever was given to her from a practitioner. She paid for it. A lot of money. Somebody's exhausted. The spellcaster is tired. They're giving up. They're lacking confidence. You got these people going crazy. They tried to tap into your consciousness and got lost in a mother freaking escapade or cavern of a hell that they tried to project into your soul. Now they don't have no protection and no way out. There's no way to get out of a mental hell that they tried to create for you, a vortex of some type of diabolical ass shit that they were speaking over your life, trying to speak into your soul. That's what I just heard. Somebody wanted to defile your soul. This High Priestess is walking away. She don't care how much money they got. She's losing power. Just imagine having a whole bunch of money and you not in optimum health. You got all that money, but you're just not happy. Listen, somebody lost themselves trying to take you out. Whoever this person is that they paid. 7 of Wands in the reverse, they can't get in touch with the ancestors. Because if they get in touch with the ancestors, they have to tell the ancestors what they did. And they already know that's a whole nother ancestor astral ass whooping, of which they're still going to get an ass whooping because your ancestors are dragging these bitches left and right. Maybe all night. Somebody used to be up all night doing spell work. Now they up all night trying to run from your ancestors. Show me this practitioner. She's giving up. Why is she giving up? What's going on? What's going on? It's the high priestess. And the 8 of cups, she's walking away. 7 of wands in the reverse is like exhaustion. Giving up. Tired. Overwhelmed. Overly paranoid. What's going on here? 4 of cups in the reverse. Somebody's coming to some type of sudden epiphany that you are really chosen. Like, oh my God, this mofo is really chosen. Yeah. All praises be to the Most High. What a beautiful example of how not to be this high priestess. We don't want to be like you. We don't care. See, somebody got in the shadows, and they have been for years, playing both sides, the light and the dark. But now that these timelines are collapsing, there's really only one high vibrational frequency by way of authentic nature. So anything authentic is being exposed immediately, including false projections, including false thoughts. You're like, those aren't my thoughts. Somebody was trying to send you suicidal thoughts. Yeah, this person's trying to walk away. 4 of cups in the reverse. Now they're having some type of sudden epiphany. It's not worth the money. Listen, this is BS. The fact of the matter is you losing. Show me this other one in the 5 of Pentacles. Show me this person. 4 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody could be losing their house. Yeah, somebody could be in foreclosure with justice in the reverse. Somebody's going to lose a court case. This is karma. This is karma. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody had money, okay? This is the other witch. Whoever this Capricorn energy is. This King of Wands. I said King of Wands. There could be a King of Wands, Queen of Wands in the reverse. And there could be a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's a Capricorn energy here and a Sagittarius. Feminine. Okay? These two people. Remember the 2 of Cups? They're both going through hell. One of them doesn't have their practitioner backing them. But it appears as though this person has attempted to come towards you to apologize. And one of them's in foreclosure. Look, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Whoa. Some type of communication coming in from the court system. Yep. Somebody doesn't know what to do. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Wow. They've been exposed for being sneaky and deceptive. This person could also be having some type of health issues. They're under judgment in the reverse. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody's got to spend some money to get out of some type of trouble. This is what happens. I'm telling you, when I tell you somebody went above and beyond, and the practitioners that they had, they were no joke. So now ain't nobody laughing. They were no joke. These were some very powerful workers. The 8 of Pentacles. They did this over and over and over and over. Somebody was like, I'll pay you on payday. Like they're paying around the clock they're like buying peace. They're buying energy. Like that's so sad. The devil literally just like sucked them dry slowly but surely. And somebody started to like tally up how much money they were losing. Somebody's like, oh, I spent like $70,000. Yeah, now they're in the 5 of Pentacles. They need that $70,000. A fool and his money is soon parted. Because apparently it hasn't stopped you from being who you are. Yeah, the shit is over. I'm telling you, it's 3 witches here. One of them walked away. I don't know which one of these ones. Because this is the spellcaster. So here's a high priestess. Okay. With no spiritual protection. This is the one that paid. And now she's getting her ass beat. She does not want to put herself on the line for these people anymore. Or this person. It's like everybody had their own little person. Maybe they felt like if they had a whole bunch of different people or practitioners attacking you, because this person has their own practitioner. Show me this Queen of Wands in the reverse that's losing her house. Yeah, look. Sudden upheaval. Like it's every day is bad. Somebody could have been attacking you for 16 years. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, it's over. Trying to take your power, trying to siphon your energy. Somebody needs energy in order to manifest. You're standing in your power though. Something about your courage and your passion. You're stable. Yeah, you're winning. You overcame this. Yeah, congratulations. You're in your sun energy. You're in your passionate energy. You're feeling positive, happiness, vitality, good health. Yeah, look, I cannot make this up. Hangman in the reverse. Oh, did it come like this? I'm sorry, like this. Hangman in the reverse. This was a failed attempt on taking your life. Now somebody's sitting with a whole bunch of delays and everything's at a standstill. Somebody wanted you stuck in life. Yeah, as above, so below. You're coming out as the alchemist. These people are trying to avoid conflict or the energy of conflict. These illusions. It's like suicide spells. It's like energies and shit floating around and entities and conjures. And man, somebody was really getting that work. How many workers are there here? How many spellcasters were paid to attack one person? The Hierophant in the reverse. Too many, Spirit says. Could have been up to 5. Whoa, somebody had 5 powerful spellcasters. Somebody, I just heard New York. Yeah, I just heard New York. In the streets we are made of. You nothing you can do. I don't know the words, y'all. I'm just singing the tone that I hear. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. The lights will inspire you. Somebody had practitioners in New York. Show me this Pisces. Yeah, they got a friend. This is somebody that's a part of their coven. 2 of Cups. So somebody had their friend involved. It's a lot of friendships, a lot of partnerships, a lot of connections, a lot of spellcasters, a lot of dark Hierophant energy. There's up to 5 practitioners here. So this Queen of Pentacles could have been friends with this Pisces. Somebody's from New York. Yeah, the moon. Somebody's a Cancerian too. This could have been 2 water signs. 1 earth sign and a water sign. The moon in the reverse. These people are watching you release all this energy, transmute it. They're afraid of you. Somebody has a lot of inner confusion. You've released something. You're seeing very clearly. You're not under any forms of mental psychosis by way of illusions. This is a lot of spell work, y'all. This is not no Mickey Mouse ass. Somebody's connected to police officers, law officials. They can go into a database and find your address. These people were traveling, coming towards you. Look, illegally checking into information that they didn't have to check into, or that they should not have been checking into. Not that they didn't have to. They shouldn't have. Don't check for me. I didn't call for you. That's what it's giving. Something about darkness. Somebody's suffering from some type of mental magic. Whatever this mind magic was, whoo, these people are losing it. They don't know what the hell to do. And there's entities here. There's jinns, there's entities, there's all kinds of stuff that's driving these people up the wall. Show me this Queen of Wands in the reverse. This person could be suffering in silence. Yeah, she's suffering in silence. 5 of Pentacles to the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody spent a whole bunch of money. Where's her spellcaster? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. This person is silly, still angry. At the bottom, still angry. Page of Cups in the reverse. Emotionally immature, insecure. She's disappointed. She has no creativity because remember, somebody was feeding off of your light for years. Everything they got was off of your energy. So now that they have no access, these people have to sit up and ask themselves, well, who am I? Because you were supposed to be out of here by now. Clarify all the people that they've taken out, all the lives that they stole. Yep, I can't make this up. These people got sicknesses, all kinds of stuff. They unalive people. These are human sacrifices. They unalive people for health, wealth. They were able to heal and transition. Yeah, I can't make this up. They took people's gifts. Some of them sacrificed their own children. 9 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Somebody spent a lot. Somebody spent a lot to take a life. A lot of lives. Terminal illnesses that just came out of nowhere. A lot. Look at this. Look at this here. I could not make this up. King of Wands in the reverse, which is a feminine. Whenever you see a feminine in a reverse by way of a masculine energy, this person hates their own femininity or they're not tapped into it. How the hell you a feminine coming up as a King of Wands in a reverse? Child. Toxic masculinity energy within a feminine energy is something diabolical. It's self-destruction. You've really lined yourself quite nicely up with some type of self-destruction, because now you got a Tower. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody took some people out. This person by themselves could have took 7 lives. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lives. Maybe even more than that. Somebody may have even lost count. Yeah, these people are crazy. The goal was to leave you in the 10 of Swords. Now they're finding out that shit ain't working. Their practitioners are walking away. Show me these other practitioners. Show me these other practitioners. Somebody could have flown to New York. Somebody could be from the West Coast. Somebody could have gone from California to New York. That's what I just heard. Yep, Spirit says yep. Somebody could be from Las Vegas. Okay, somebody could have moved there. Somebody's about to be homeless. Somebody's in poverty. Justice in the reverse and the 4 of Wands. Something about losing a really nice house in a really nice neighborhood. They're in the 5 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody has no money. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. They spent a lot of money to take people's power, to take their destinies. Page of Cups in the reverse. And I feel like no practitioners want to deal with them. The King of Wands in the reverse. This feminine wanted to dominate your energy. Very impulsive, very angry, very ruthless energy. Will attack anybody. Very unpredictable. Very spazzy energy. Justice in the reverse. This person could have gone through a divorce. I feel like every area of this person's life is falling apart. Finally. That's what I just heard. Whew, finally. Like something like that. The Most High was like, enough. Chaos. Disasters. Sudden changes. Wow. Show me these other practitioners. They see the truth. They know the truth. Listen, when I tell you they were high ranked, but now they got to lay low, because laying low and giving you your props and your respect would mean that they would have to admit defeat, and they don't want to do that. That's okay. The universe is going to do it for them. Spirit says the universe is going to remind their ass. That's too many cards, Spirit. That's too many cards. Clarify these other spellcasters that were paid. Somebody dropped dead. Grim Reaper. Pale White Horse. You got a spellcaster, a high-ranked person. Somebody that was really high-ranked in this group that passed away. Something about the truth. Seeing the truth. Clarify these other practitioners. They're hiding this. They don't want nobody to know. It's a King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody traveled to see this person with the 3 of Wands in the reverse. This person was blocked from your energy. This person took a lot of money. This is somebody that knows how to cast spells. They got a lot of esoteric knowledge that was passed down to them. They understand or had some type of understanding by way of dimensions and consciousness. That's what I just heard. So somebody wanted somebody to project into your consciousness. Almost like projecting a picture onto you, getting you to believe something. Or not being able to see something. King of Swords and the 3 of Wands in the reverse. This person passed away. Clarify this person on the East Coast. I feel like it's East Coast. Yeah, this person was paid. Look. By this Queen of Pentacles. Somebody could have even taken a recent trip to New York. Okay? If you follow these people on social media, you could have been like, oh my God, she's going to New York. Yeah, she was going to pay a practitioner, honey, to try to take you out. And now he got death staring him in the face. Child, ruthless. This King of Swords in the reverse could also be this January Capricorn Aquarius. Okay? They've paid several practitioners. Somebody paid at least 3 practitioners at once. Something's got to kick in. One of these practitioners are going to, you know what I mean, take this person out. All these practitioners are facing death. They see the truth. Ace of Swords. They know that you're too powerful. These people think that you're an alien. Because you are. Bitch, get that raggedy shit up out of here. You took down these raggedy, dirty, funky bastards. And somebody over here is just obsessed. Whoever this Capricorn is, somebody wants money. Why? Because they got to keep doing this spell work. So they might be doing some more spell work coming up soon. Doesn't matter. It's just taking everybody out. Anything else we need to know? Clout chasing. Yeah, I can't make it up. The end. The 9 of Swords. Stress, anxiety, suicidal energy, them the spellcasters. Somebody is like out here. Look at the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. You were supposed to be crazy, cuckoo, bad shit. Somebody wanted to break you down to your very last compound, but they didn't understand the science of your mind. You're too powerful for that. You're a mental giant. Yeah, I just heard I'm a mental giant. I'm a master. You need to honor me. I'm a master. They're laying low, playing slow. They really want to give you your props, but if they say it out loud, that means that they aren't admitting defeat. It doesn't matter. All their energy's right here. Look, they're walking away. You got one high priestess over here that I don't know what the hell she thought. I don't know why the hell you would get up out of your light in your high priestess energy. Ain't no way in hell for some raggedy ass, crazy ass coven member, 2 of Cups, that you just love so much. And this person could have lied to these people too. But still, that's when your intuition kicks in. This is why I don't really fool with groups like that. You know, my soul tribe is my soul tribe. But being a part of a group, for what? Think about it. Because if you're in a group and one person does one thing and nobody else in the group has done it, everybody in the group suffers? I don't think so. I don't know if I want to be that deeply connected. Not to these kinds of people. Somebody has selfish motives. Somebody was doing something by way of their own selfish motive, and it affected the entire group. And now the whole group is under judgment. The Holy Spirit says that's exactly how it was supposed to play out. They didn't know it at the time. They know now. The truth is out. Whoa. Anything else I need to see, Holy Spirit, before we get up out of here? Anything else that the Holy Spirit wants me to know? Collective, you are in alignments. 9 of Wands. Whoever this fire sign Sagittarius feminine is coming up as a masculine. This person is obsessively watching you. This could be online. This could be by way of divination, and they are losing their mind. Somebody's watching you stand up and be resilient. Okay, this person doesn't want to give up. This person is willing to battle to the end, but it's not looking too good. The 10 of Wands, she's got 10 wands on her back, but she's still trying to attack you with whoever this Capricorn air sign is. Somebody's birthday is in November, and somebody's birthday is in January. 2 feminines. Who's the third witch that walked away? Show us the third witch that walked away. Okay, could be another earth sign. All of them are coming up as men, which I think is quite interesting. These are feminine energies. I feel like this is how they've been able to get under the radar. You know, if you watch tarot or you flip cards, you're like, who is this man? No, these are feminines. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person got out. Show me this person. What happened? They feel bad. Yeah, they did some work too. Could be a Capricorn. Could be another Capricorn. Or a Taurus. This person's all over the place. They just spending money. They have no long-term vision. They're lost. The same energy that they wanted projected onto you, somebody is living like day by day. Distractions. They were waiting for you to be unalive. The Lovers. Who's this third witch? This person's hiding out. The Lovers. The Empress in the reverse. This person could like same sex. They're coming up as a King of Pentacles. They could be a little androgynous, you know. They could like same sex. The Empress in the reverse. Creative blocks, very selfish, impatient, dependent on others. This person has deep childhood wounds. I feel like their reasons for liking same sex is because of their mother issues. I don't feel like it's sexuality. I feel like somebody's very codependent on feminine energy. So they feel like, yeah, going into the LGBTQ, they can get women to just mother them and love them. This is not about sex. This is why sexuality needs to be broken down on a psychological basis. Quite literally. Sexual activity, same-sex, heterosexual, the reasons why usually stems from something in one's childhood. The feeling that I'm picking up, this is somebody who likes women. Yeah, because they're stuck. Their femininity is blocked. Their feminine energy is blocked. The Hangman. Yeah, they come up as a man. Somebody could be, you know, androgynous. Somebody could have a low cut, bald head, something like that. Yeah. Something that they did in the past. I feel like this third witch walked away. But they're still like wanting to dominate your energy. It's a Capricorn here. Or a Taurus. Yeah, they're still wanting to dominate your energy. But you're coming up as the High Priestess. You intuitively know this. Show me the third witch. This person's heavily in regret. 5 of Cups. For teaming up with these people. I absolutely feel like, show me all 3 of these witches. They're communicating. Page of Wands. They're communicating with one another. Clarify. Show me their relationship. All 3 of them. Yeah, Capricorn energy. I feel like they're bracing themselves for poverty. I feel like whoever this Capricorn is, she's bracing herself. But they're not moving forward out of paranoia. They're watching you as the star. They could be watching you. You could be in the public eye. Or somehow they're watching you. With the star energy. Yeah, this is a bad collaboration. This shit backfired. There they go. Look. 3 of Pentacles in a reverse. Disharmony. Misaligned. So they could be fighting behind the scenes. So maybe they wanted to make it appear as though they weren't friends anymore. And then they literally manifested the shit or something like that. That was to throw you off. So again, if you're connected to these people online or if you know them or whatever, they wanted you to be all over the place so that you wouldn't see that they collaborated against you. And they manifested disharmony. Isn't that beautiful? They tried to act like they weren't friends and they absolutely did. Look. Nothing's moving forward. So if they're clout chasing, their lives are not what they're trying to make it seem or appear to be. This is all an illusion, right? Something like that. Somebody's a clout chaser trying to outshine you. Yeah, something's holding them back. They're very indecisive, very hesitant. They're fear. They're fearful. I just heard their fear is holding them back. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Making bad choices. Yeah, this is all of what they did in the past. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Emotional loss, creative blocks, emptiness. They're done. They ain't got no souls. Quite literally. Judgment in the reverse. This shit is done. It's a Tower in the reverse. They've taken out a lot of people. A lot. And together they will have to suffer and be bound to this judgment in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse is like, ain't no way of getting out of it. Look, the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Judgment in the reverse. The creator of all things ain't even fooling with you. Somebody is like praying and going crazy and all of that. Like, why you got to pray like that? What's going on in your mental? Why are you praying so hard? Because somebody's battling an entity, a demon, a whole bunch of them. These people are afraid of what's to come. They're restless. Yeah, you moved on. 2 of Wands. For every sleepless night, they will suffer. For every person that they attack, they will suffer. More and more and more and more. This is the Judgment in the reverse. For every child that they attack, they will suffer. In this life and the next life. And after that and after that and after that. Like, this was the age of Aquarius. We were supposed to be in this energy. This is them. We as in them. But they weren't. Just couldn't seem to get right. 3 of Pentacles. Jealous of your beauty, jealous of your creativity. These people did a lot of blocking. A lot of blocking, a lot of hexing, a lot of like every day they wanted misery for you out of jealousy. And they were preparing and celebrating the fact that you would be down. Empress in the reverse. This person possibly doesn't even take care of their personal hygiene. Empress in the reverse. They don't cater to their feminine side. Maybe that's why they're coming off like a man. Okay, I'm just saying. A nasty man at that. They're coming out as men, which I think is interesting. 2 Capricorns in the reverse. Both of them in January. One of them gay, one of them not. One of them is like, somebody's in the public eye. This person could be like, this person really manifested something off of a soul that they took. And that soul wants judgment. There's somebody that they recently unalived to try, because they weren't able to unalive you. The group has been broken up. Somebody is like trying to figure out, well, what the hell do we do now? They're in strife. The collaboration broke apart. Whatever this was, it's over. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is going through a divorce, it looks like. But she's still wanting to come for you. So just keep in mind, protect yourself. She will continue to spend all her money. She's too deeply invested. 16 years, 17 years of spell work. Oh yeah, the devil got you bound. You got to keep making offerings. You got to. But here's what they fail to see and realize. Their practitioners already know the truth. They've already been wiped out of creation. They don't even exist, y'all. We just watched a whole illusion. We just watched a nightmare that's not even real to us. It doesn't exist. But to them, it seems really real. That's crazy. Red or the blue pill. Somebody chose the wrong route. All for clout, only to catch a tower. This is the message. Close this door, Holy Spirit. I call all my energy back. I love y'all. If this resonated, give it a thumbs up. If not, I completely understand, and I love you. Peace be with you.